The Canadian Rockies, a place that's been on my radar for quite some time, and this year the elements finally aligned. Good afternoon from the Portal Trailhead here in Jasper National Park. We are set to start on a 3-night, 4-day backpacking trip, and as soon as we got to the trailhead, a cell passed over us, thunder and rain, so we're just kind of sitting in the truck waiting it out. But I'm really excited for this trip. We'll be hiking to Amethyst Lake. Tonight we'll be hiking in about 5.5 miles, I think, to the Portal Campground, and then tomorrow night and the following night, camping at Amethyst Lake. I'm a little nervous. This is my first time backpacking in Jasper National Park. It is grizzly territory here, as well as black bears, wolves, all kinds of wildlife. We've already seen a lot of wildlife while touring through the park. So yeah, I'm a little nervous, but it's a nervous excitement, and I'm ready to get this trip going.
So we are at the Tonquin Valley Trailhead, and there's a map here. I'm going to show you what our plan is. We are all the way up in this top corner, way up here, and it's going to be 5.5 miles up and into this first camp, Portal Camp. That's where we're going tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to go up over Macarib Pass, and we'll drop into the Tonquin Valley, come down here to this Amethyst Lake campground, and we'll stay there for 2 nights. We'll just have a lot of options. We could chill or do like a little loop hike and check out some of these other places. Should be really nice alpine in here, and then you have the ramparts hovering above the lake, so should have good views as well. And then on day 4, we're just going to hike back about 14 miles all the way back to where we're at now to finish. So simple in and out, but should be exciting and beautiful.
Trekking into the backcountry requires some level of discomfort. You carry a heavy load, you're in the elements, and there is wildlife to look out for. On this trip, we would get more than we bargained for in terms of weather. It's all part of the adventure. Got a big pile of bear scat here. Looks fairly fresh.
Starting to see bear tracks. See my shoes for comparison. Looks like a grizz. It's on top of boot tracks.
We've made it to the Portal Camp, about 5.5 miles and a little over 1,600 feet of elevation gain. They have bear lockers here so we can store our food. We'll do that first and then go ahead and get our tent set up. It looks like there's a bathroom here. We have the beautiful Portal Creek here, some peaks surrounding the area. It looks like a beautiful spot. After securely storing our food, we made quick work of getting our tent set up as it looked like weather was on the way. We are hunkered down in our tents because it's raining. I think we're gonna have a lot of rain on this trip, but that's okay. I love the sound of rain on my tent. We shared this campsite with another group of campers and lots of mosquitoes. Lots and lots of mosquitoes. What do you got there for dinner, Joey?
Lasagna. I didn't make it, but I did buy it. Actually, I didn't do that either, but
You brought it.
I'm gonna eat it.
There you go. After dinner, we took an evening stroll down the trail just to check out the surrounding scenery. It was quite beautiful. On the morning of day 2, we woke up to a fresh dusting of snow on the higher peaks. Good morning. It's raining. It's been raining all night. And I think it's going to rain all day today from what my inReach has said. 100% chance of rain pretty much all day today. So we'll be hiking for about 4 hours in the rain. And then tomorrow there's supposed to be no precipitation. But I've stayed dry. It's about 37 degrees this morning. So a cold front is moving through. It's been pretty warm here actually over the last several days. This is the coldest it's been, but it's beautiful here. This is a beautiful campsite, and we'll be getting up at some point to pack up and hike in the rain today.
Today is Get Wet Wednesday. We are packing up wet tents and are expecting rain all day. We have 100% chance of rain showers.
Remember earlier when I said we'd get more than we bargained for in terms of weather? Today was that day. We've hit the trail this morning and it is snowing. We are headed over to Amethyst Lake. We have a pass to go over and it's about, I'd say 37 degrees and snowing. As we gained elevation, the snow was sticking and it was getting colder. We had made it to the top of Macarib Pass. I was grateful to start heading to lower elevations, but there was no denying it was beautiful up here.
Yeah, Kat, how you enjoying Get Wet Wednesday? It's definitely living up to the hype.
It is.
So we've made it down to the Amethyst Campground junction, and we're only like 3 kilometers from our camp. Stopping and take a break here, boiling some water. Temps are pretty cold, we're pretty soaked, and hands are kind of struggling to perform function. So got my stove going to thaw out the hands, boiling up some water, and just gonna put that in my water bottle and try to warm our hands up. Can't even move my thumb barely.
I know.
How's that water bottle working out?
It worked out really well.
Kat couldn't feel her hands for a while,
Yeah.
so boiled water, put it in the thermos, and she's walking with it.
Yeah, I'm drying off my jacket and
Morale is boosting,
yes.
and we're almost at Amethyst Lake.
Upon arrival at our Amethyst Lake camp, we quickly set up our tent and crawled in to get warm. There's a rock right here. Day 3, finally a welcomed dry day. The wildflowers were blooming, the birds were singing, and morale was high. Got a bathroom with a view here. No need to dig a hole, unless you want to. Good morning from the Amethyst Campground. We made it yesterday. We survived the day, we survived the night. Yesterday was pretty wild weather-wise. The terrain itself was not difficult. We did go over a pass. It was just under 800 feet of elevation gain. It wasn't very difficult. There were some steep sections, but it wasn't bad at all. However, the weather made things much more of a challenge. It was freezing almost, and I'm sure it was freezing at the top of the pass. As you saw, there was a lot of snow up there. It was snowing on us. And the temperatures did not get out of the 30s yesterday. We were very wet. It didn't stop raining at all. So that made it a challenge. I got very cold at one point. My hands were very, very cold. And it was a little unnerving, but we did stop. Joey heated up some water. We put it in an Nalgene, and I carried that back to camp. And that seemed to help, so I carried it for a little ways. When we got here to camp, we just got a tent set up as quickly as possible. I have a 2-person tent, so we both just climbed into that and tried to just, you know, get some body heat going to get warm. It took quite a while to get warm, but it was still an adventure. I mean, that's what makes it an adventure. Mountain weather, you just never know what it's going to do, and that's all part of it. As you can see, there's some beautiful peaks behind me. That is the Rampart mountain range, And today I think we're just gonna chill. We do not have to move camp. We were talking about doing maybe a loop hike, but it's a lot more miles than we originally anticipated. So I think we'll just hang out here at camp. It's not supposed to rain today. 0% chance of rain, although there are clouds. There is some smoke too. Yesterday we did smell some fire, so I do see some smoke hanging around. A little bit of sunshine. Oh, it feels so good. We've got all our gear outside of the tent drying out at camp, and I think we're gonna hang out at the lake today. It looks absolutely beautiful. I haven't even been down there yet, but I look forward to just hanging out here at camp and enjoying the day here in this beautiful setting. We spent the entire day either by the lake or at camp, soaking in the little bouts of sunshine, relaxing. We had a slight reprieve from mosquitoes over dinner. However, they are out in force now. So we're gonna be packing everything up and heading back to the tents. Day 4, our final day. We've got camp all packed up and we're getting ready to hit the trail this morning. We're just trying to rush. It already started raining. It wasn't supposed to, but we're getting some sprinkles now. We're supposed to have about 4 hours with no rain, potentially, and then it's going to be raining again. It's going to take us about 7 hours to get out of here. We have 14 miles to go today. So yeah, we're ready to get after it. Thank you, Jasper, for the fantastic introduction into the Canadian Rockies backcountry. 2 more adventures to go, and it gets better and better.